the Black Knight 2. First of all, do I have an issue with it or don't I? And maybe I have an issue with the lingle. Anyway, who's pulling up in my driveway? I'm trying to, the boys over here playing, I'm trying to do a YouTube live video. But you guys are going to find something interesting. Watch this. Okay. Whoa, road ice. Here we go. Here's the deal. I got a bigger issue than the brakes not being strong on the Black Knight 2. It's with the lingle. If you guys watched my video yesterday, hello. I weighed this. I didn't even catch it because I had so much going on. I want you guys to watch this. Watch carefully. If you guys can see that, I'm going to drop that spool down. Do you guys see that weight? Hey, don't weigh that much. Hang on. Maybe it gained it. This thing keeps gaining weight. It's kind of like its owner. All right, zeroed out. This is hard to do with that in the lighting. Okay, 7.9. It said 7.8 last night. And I did take the bearing off, and this spool does not weigh what it's supposed to. So what I've done is I contacted the store I bought it from. I haven't disputed it through AliExpress yet, but I contacted the store and asked them what they wanted to do. And if they don't, I guess, give me an answer on what they want to do, either send me another one or I don't know what. But if you guys can make out the machining, and if you guys are buying one of these or weighing it or check it, but one side's real smooth and you don't see too many machine marks, maybe just a touch. Then this other side, you can actually tell it gets thicker, you know, like, there we go. It gets thicker towards the end. You see that? So I think they just didn't machine it quite right and then anodized it, and that's why it's a half a gram heavier. That could be a huge difference. Now, overall, for what I'm going to probably use this reel for, the lingle, it's probably not a huge issue, but you know, when you're advertising 7.3 and it's 7.8 or 9, that's half a gram heavier spool. So anyway, that's an issue, quality issue. So on the lingle. Now let's talk Black Knight 2. Woo, that. If this reel would have came with good cork for $24, you can't beat it. You want to be on?
Who's on here? Is it my friend?
Nobody's on yet. We're just, no,
just
there's
you?
Nobody on. It's just me. Yeah, it's just me. Say hi to everybody that's not on here, because they will be. It's like gonna stay on YouTube forever. Anyway, Vanessa came out here last time. No, you're not casting nothing. If you guys remember last time, I had a backlash I had to dig out. Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it? So if you were a girl and somebody wanted to teach you to use a bait casting reel, that would be the setup kind of thing you would want to use, right?
I like this.
Nobody likes the cork, not even girls.
Exactly.
But yeah, the rest looks cool, huh?
Yeah.
So they make a cork filler. I may actually try to fill this, and you know, because like the kids, I know the kids would be fighting over this. If you give them, you could put that Zebco 33 on this and another Zebco 33 on a regular rod, and the kids would all be fighting over this one. But anyway, for $24, I can't complain. It definitely works very good. But anyway, back to this. I don't have an issue with this because, and I guess I could show you guys real quick, but I got a car parked in my, look at that. Parked the car right in that's my freaking test zone. Anyway, no issue casting that. If you remember right though, the setting, see the setting? We are 4 clicks away from maxed out. We'll tell you what I did, and I'll show you how I did it. And if you guys want to do it yourself, you can. But so I put these little, and I tried one on each end, and I'll show you how I did it. But there's 2 magnets, 2 here and 2 there, 4 total. And I stuck them internally, and guess what? I was able to go down to 3.5. Now it's not a lot, but it is. I was able to go down to 3.5, no issues with this bait. Now I haven't tried the bigger baits, but I'm like, well, I don't even know if I need to do any of this. So the first thing I did, I just stuck 2 of these 16th ounce crappie jigs. Remember, they weigh like almost 2 grams, so like 3.7 or 8 grams. I stuck them together, cast them out, no issues. I think I may have done it once at the 3.5. Then I took the magnets out, but no issues. Set right there. I haven't touched the setting because I know if I go to the little creeks and streams with that reel, it'll cast that just the way I want it to. So then I put this on it. And so I guess I was going to just show you guys the weights I was throwing, and it throws no problem, no backlash, no anything. So I put that on, 3.7 grams, no issues, no sign of backlashing, no deals. Then I put this big honking thing on. That's typically what I throw. Well, the smaller worms, but then we've been throwing the big worms here lately. That thing weighs 8.3 grams. No issues. Cast it all out. I actually had to keep stopping the spool because I'd cast out towards the street and it was the line out, because that's still the line that, but no sign of like unspooling. I was just watching the spool, and as soon as I could see the spool through to the braid, I was stopping it myself. So I'm not going to have any issues with this reel, I don't think. None whatsoever. So I guess I'll just show you guys what I found when I did put this in, and I guess I could just show you guys a quick test run of it. So hang on, put you in this little tripod deal. Somebody commented, or somebody's watching. What rod is that? Well, you can look it up. It's called the Golden Mud Carp, but I'm not sure if it even says that anywhere in the whoa, this Golden Mud Carp. Oh my God, it won't focus. Golden Mud Carp. It's supposed to be right about 6 foot. 6 foot length. It doesn't have, I don't remember what the rating, if it even said it on AliExpress, but it is stiffer than almost all of your other ultralight. It's considered, it says right on it UL, but it is a touch stiffer. It's more in between an ultralight and a light, if I had to rate it myself. But it is, the whole whole top section is a solid piece of graphite. It's not hollowed out anywhere except in the lower part that's colored. You can tell real quick and easy by where it turns black. That's where it goes together. It's a two-piece rod, and it is solid carbon tip all the way throughout. Makes it a little tip heavy, but overall casts real well. I've used it a couple days, but that's not what this video is about. Okay, listen. Here's what you do. Take this off. And I thought I was going to have to, let me zoom you down a little bit. So I hope I don't lose these, because you got to go a certain way. I thought I was going to have to take, and I tried one on each end, and it didn't seem to affect the braking. So you could probably do the same thing if you had like I don't know, thick double-sided tape. But you basically, I'll show you what it does. The magnets stick themselves to, I guess, the other magnets that are there. Now you got to go the right way, or it'll throw that magnet like further than you want to try to go look for it. That's the wrong way. So you got to get it kind of close and let it find its perch. Now I know it looks awkward, it looks weird, but I shook it and I couldn't get them to move, and I did several casts. So if you're nervous, use a double-sided tape. I ain't scared. You guys scared? So what that lets, whoa. Oh, I don't have a bait on. I'm like, where did the bait go? I didn't put a bait on yet. So, if you guys were following the video yesterday, see that setting? We were 4 clicks away from maxed out. Maxed out brakes at 5, we were 4 back. So what it let us do now is, and I'll try to count them to you, it went from 1 away from 4 to now, well, 2 away from 4 to now we can go to 4, and then we can go even further. About 3.5 was about max, but so I'm going to put it on, and I'll just go cast it a few times so you guys can see. So if some of you guys are nervous or leery, or you're throwing different baits and it does want to, you know, if you get to the point where you're dialing it all the way to 5 and you feel like you need more braking, this is an option. But I don't think I'm going to have to even worry about it, but I thought since I was messing around and I did it, I'd show you guys what the results were. So I'm going to try to bring you out here where you can hopefully see maybe me cast. Let's see if I can hit the boys. I probably won't be able to. So you can see I'm not going to mess with the dial. I'm just going to go cast it. Hopefully it don't backlash. Watch it backlash, man. Car. So, well, it didn't even make the straight, but no sign of backlashing. And honestly, me putting the magnets in there like that, I may have to just go a quick one way or the other just to fine tune the hours this thing. So, where did it go? So yeah, I hit our crack. I never even stopped the spool on my own. So I'm going to try to go 1 back from that now. So you see, we're way back here. We did gain a lot of brake real estate. Let me go 1 more back. Nothing's rubbing. You can't hear anything, kind of anything rubbing or. Okay, so no backlash there. Hang on. Because I think the first time I did it, let me see. I'm getting used to this. That's the first one I've had that does that. Did I just adjust the brakes? The first time I did it, one laid flush and the other one was laid like that. So that could have actually changed. Whoa! The braking. This up there. I hit it with the. Okay. Don't bump it. I bumped it and it shot it close enough to go over to the whatchamacallit. So that there could be a difference. They're closer to the spool and I'll have to turn the brakes down even more. So yeah, I did bump it. So we're closer to 3. We're another click closer to 3, which is giving you more, putting it closer towards the middle, which 2.5 would be the middle. Okay, so we're about a couple foot out in the street and there's no sign of backlashing whatsoever. The boys are out of the way. They probably going to end up hitting me. Now I saw a little fluff. It went way out almost to the middle of the street, so I did see a touch of fluff on that cast. Now we got the wind. It's kind of, I don't know if you guys probably can't see way up in the trees, but way up there, there's definitely some wind. It's not a it's kind of calm, but it's not a real calm day. It's your typical fishing day. You're gonna have to, so I like to do all my testing and casts. I just caught my freaking truck mirror. All right, here we go. So did I go one click up? That's how close we are to 3. I'm gonna try it one more time just like it is. Because it was starting to fluff, but it wouldn't have been a backlash or anything. So yeah, I need to go 1 back, which is I think close to halfway between 3 and 4, but I think it's 1 closer towards 3. So let's try that again. I'm gonna do 1 more just to make sure it doesn't fluff up. And it fluffed up big time that time. I must have thrown it wrong. Did you guys see? I'll have to go back and look at the footage. What did I do wrong on that cast? It definitely had a. Definitely something happened. Let me see. Hang on. Maybe I tried to zoom it a little too hard. No backlash there. I don't know. Once you get into this, anything under 2 grams. Once you get into 2 grams and lower, it don't take much of any kind of little wind to just make your cast go a different way or possible backlash or whatever. So no backlash out in the street. I'm going to call that good for you guys, but it's kind of to prove my point. I mentioned it a couple times about change it. Now we didn't go far. Let me just count. We didn't gain a lot. So we're there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we gain 5? Let me count them. Yeah, so we went from having 4 to we gained 5 more. So you only gained a little bit. We gained 5 to get us to 9 clicks away from maxed out by adding those brakes. But I guess if you've got some magnets laying around, it's a simple fix. But like I said, I'm taking these out now. Whoa, them magnets are freaking strong too. I don't even know what. I just had some extra ones laying around. Like I said, myself, and I'll try to show you. Whoa. Now I'm going to try to leave it right there. I just took those magnets out, and so I'm going to go back to what I said. I said I could go 9. So let me close the thing. So we're at 5. 1, 2, 3. So there's 9. It's like I said, it's a little bit closer. I think it's 1 notch closer to 3 than 4. It could be dead even. I'm not sure. Okay, let me give it a cast and watch it. It's going to backlash. I know it. okay. I didn't throw it real hard. It started to fluff, but okay, yeah, it definitely fluffs up, but it's actually not horrible. Sometimes what a difference a day makes. No. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the magnets definitely helped, because I even went one click tighter on that one and it was not good. So it definitely helps just by putting the magnets in there. And I guess a guy could go, I don't know, crazy and just start double-sided taping magnets in there until he got it to where he could get down to there. Because I didn't do any exact measuring. I don't know how close I was going to here. Maybe I need to go a little more. But what I wanted to show you guys is, hang on, is why I don't think I'll have a need. I just wrapped this freaking leaf around my braid. How does that happen? Charles, and this braid I got from him. And I said I wasn't going to do any more test casting or anything with this kind of braid because it's so hard to see. Even though it's 10 pound, and dark, it's like black. All right. Now here's why I'm showing you that for me, and if you are getting one or thinking about it or whatever, I know you guys have seen some reviews. I know the real test. I'm not sure if anybody else has talked about how the brakes. So you guys remember what that one weighed? Go back and look. Ow. I'm leaving hooks and all. And I'm using this one because I hate this bait. I just don't like this bait. And I know these typically throw pretty good, but it was kind of like a weight issue as far as once you go up in weight, which I've usually found that once I get down to this size, I just leave them set, and almost all of my reels will just cast just fine. So okay, we're gonna go back out there. I'm gonna turn this thing, which is like just barely away from 4, but 4 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's right there, and that's where it like this anyway. So let's try it. Stopped it. It's like past halfway out in the street, but I stopped it. I don't have this tied on. But there was no sign of any kind of backlash. It didn't even start to fluff up or nothing. It just starts pulling it out. Once you toss that weight just starts peeling line off of the spool. I don't have any issues. Maybe, I guess, if you have baits that do catch air, I don't know. I can't remember. I think he was throwing some different jerk baits. Oh, we got a car coming. That's like half a car. Look at this little car. Oh, another freaking car. No, that's a van. Here we go. I did stop it again. Went across the street. I don't know if you guys could see it. It hit across the street, but I did stop it before it could pull all of my line off. No issues whatsoever backlashing. So I don't know. I like the reel. I have no issues. Yesterday I thought it felt kind of stiff reeling, but now it feels real smooth once you cast and then reel the bait back in. I know I'm not in the water or nothing, but it just feels way smoother than it did. I don't know what I was feeling the very first time, but then we'll go with this crazy bait. That crazy bait is what caught me my personal best bass. And I'll read these comments here in a second, but let me cast this thing for you guys real quick. Just so you'll see. This is a lot of weight, 8 grams. 8 grams, same setting. I haven't checked, and that's what I like. I like a reel where I can go from 1.5 to freaking however heavy, half-ounce bait if I want, and just, well, I threw that over the tree, and I stopped it, but same thing, and it landed out almost, well, the other side of the street, but I threw it, I thought I was going to hit the branch this way up high in the tree. I threw it pretty high. It did like a woo, way up and over. So anyway, I'm not going to do any further unless I get out on the water and start having any kind of issues. I'm not going to worry about putting these in or leaving them or none of that stuff. I mean, it's an option. And I'm sure, like I said, I just stuck them in. If you actually do the measurement, if you guys are having issues, anybody's having issues with this, what I would do is take this, whoa, I'm not going to take the spool out. But I would figure how far, with this turned all the way up, figure out what the gap is from there to the inside of the spool. So we already know that you can go too deep, actually at an angle, so probably a little bit deeper. So you could go too deep for sure. You might be able to just take one magnet and, you know, maybe a couple things of the double-sided tape to get it out, and then put one magnet on each side like I had, and even make it a tighter braking to where you can get this set more in the middle if that's what you're trying to do. Because the aftermarket spools for the Aldebaran is what gave me the idea. They actually come with an extra piece you bolt on. Now this won't work because that's a little micro version of the Shimano one, so that would be too big. It would work if the lingual was an issue, but you can buy that. A whole spool comes already cut out, so this brakes aren't enough, so they knew that, so they sell you these little brake, you bolt there, like what the little white thing, like what you used to be able to get with for the Hybo Steed. And Avail's the first one I ever saw do that. They came with a little thing you unbolted off your other housing, you bolted that onto your mechanism, and it hits on the inside of your spool. Avail spools, I'm pretty sure Avail Hedgehog Studios were the first people I saw using that, and that's what instantly gave me the idea once I saw them talking about how this does not have enough brakes. But I'll be honest, the Hybo Steed, go back in the videos if you want and look at my shootouts. I did an XF50 Hybo Steed shootout years ago. The Hybo Steed was awesome. I like that reel. I didn't have any issues with the brakes. I will tell on the Hybo Steed, it's misleading, and the brake dial looked backwards. The bigger thing you thought was tightening, that was actually loosening, freeing it up more, and that was the only issue I had with the Hybo Steed. Once I figured that out, that reel, I had no issues with that. I considered it was aluminum frame too. They still sell it. It's still not a bad reel, but the spool's kind of heavy. All right, what are you guys saying here? And then I'm gonna get off here. So is this the best Chinese domestic market BFS reel? Let me think here for a second. What's CDM? Chinese domestic market, Billabong. Oh, no, I already answered him. What's the name of the braid? I have no idea. Charles Hunziker, that guy, he buys some weird stuff, and he probably got it at Everhart's down in Clinton, Missouri. Or he got it off AliExpress, one of the two. That's, I think, the only places he buys from his fishing stuff. Hello from Germany. What rod is that? I've already heard that one. Setup looks clean. Pink needs to go. Come on now. No, I do have, this reel is intended for, if you guys don't follow the channel, I've talked about it. I've showed you Charles's rod. That sounded weird. But the Volan Rock and Roll has this same kind of thing with purple wraps. Okay, so it's wrapped in purple. It does have like a wood grain looking reel seat. This part is wood. Cork, I mean, this part's cork, and it's probably imitation wood grain. It's probably plastic with the coating, just like Megabass did back in the day. And then it's got a good, solid cork handle that's good quality cork. This cork is horrible, and they show you in the pictures. They don't try to hide it. When you look up this rod on AliExpress, just punch in ultralight bait casting rod or ultralight BFS bait casting rod or whatever, and this one will probably pop in there somewhere. You can't miss it. I think this may be the actual rod that is in the pictures, because they show one with nasty cork, but it's $24. And it works, and it's stout. I wouldn't be afraid to let one of the kids use this. I mean, they're not going to break it any faster than any of the other rods you can get for kids. It's got the tip is way stouter than, which so far, I don't have it yet, but Charles has them. The Rock and Roll I talked about, the Mavlos Delicacy, the Zephyr that I do have. And overall, it'll cast heavier, and it's stouter than like the 522 SUL, even though that's not a solid tip rod, but the ratings on it. The Stream Angler Charles has. This is like about as heavy as you can get before you get into a true light tip, or light, medium light. That tip is a solid tip, and it looks real thin, but it's real strong. The graphite that they use, I don't know, it's just stronger than all the others. It's heavier. There's the only downside to that. Yeah, this, will that go good with the double ultralight rod? Yeah, somebody had asked me, and yeah, I would have to call this, since I've just cast it. Now, if I get out on the water and I can't cast baits like I'm doing tonight, where I can just go out there and I'm just throwing, I'm throwing from this 1.5 gram on the same brake setting as I'm throwing, let me get it up here. Oh my God. Here, come here. I'm throwing this 8 gram, which that's my favorite thing. It used to be just a regular worm, and it did weigh less, and these are hard to throw. If you've ever thrown a Z-Man worm on like regular gear or anything really, if you cast too hard and you get that like slingshot effect, it takes a little practice to get used to casting. That thing looks horrible. That started out as a sprayed grass color. Now here's the thing, you'd never see me throw this on this rod because you need a true light. You might be able to get by with a light tip from an ultralight combo. You know how some of them come with 2 tips, but not really. You probably need, like, where the rods that I have that start with a hook that big, and that's how you check your hooks. In case you guys want, I'm teaching you guys all kinds of stuff tonight. How I check any of my hooks, especially my jig hooks, is I go like this, and you see that? If you'll get hooks and you graze your finger across and it never sticks your skin. That hook's not sharp enough to be used for bass fishing or any kind of fishing. Make sure your hooks are sharp. I'm telling you guys, it's makes all the difference in the world from sometimes not even having to set the hook. Sometimes you could have tied this on a true ultralight. I could have tied this on the Zephyr, and if you skin hook it right and that bass gets it in his mouth and any kind of pull is made, that's going in. That hook catches anything and you're pulling or he takes off, it's probably going to go right on in. But anyway, yeah, sharp hooks, and I can't call this yet. Is this the best? I can already tell you right now I like it better than the lingle just for that fact. The size I like better than the lingle. But if you're not afraid of the weight and size of a reel, like you like the bigger feeling reels, then I can't say that this is any better than, the lingle. There's a couple others, not many. But just so far, what I've used it, I think it is. Something could go wrong. Like I said, you're talking to me just a quick overall, first look review. Only had it like a day. So anyway, I give it a thumbs up though, because I have no issues with it throwing any of these size baits. I'm not going to throw, actually, like this reel, I don't plan on putting on my rods that I throw that with. They're more for like this. That's what I'm intending, this kind of spool. So this spool is actually probably fine, but I don't know. If they'll send me the one that actually weighs like it should, then I'll probably take it. If not, I may not make too much of a fuss about it. I don't know. Comment what you guys would do. Would you be like, just fish it? Because it does. I already cast it yesterday. It casts real good. It's half a gram, but for it even cast, where'd it go? It cast this, and that's probably why it was sticking right with the, or actually I think, yeah, this one was struggling out of all of them, even my, and that's probably why this couldn't beat the Fish Band PW100. It's just because it was a little funky. But anyway. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I still got to lift weights. I haven't even, I just wanted to, as soon as I realized those magnets would just stick on their own, I'm like, I'm going to throw this video together right now and test it. So I went and did all the testing, and then I was like, then I brought you guys on board. But stay tuned and comment what you want me to test first. I don't know if I'll listen or not, but I'll try to, I got a lot of different stuff going up. I'm going to try to get, and that's another thing, Jim, if you're watching this, he sent me those reels, and he sent me a picture. It says right on it, 2-day shipping. guess what? That was Saturday. Sent me the picture. So he mailed them out Saturday, which I guess that's probably part of the issue when you mail some on the weekend. But this is Wednesday. They should have already been here. No, yeah, and I don't think there are either, just by feeling, but I'm going to tear into that. Honestly, I'm going to probably take this handle off and do my little single lifestyle thing. I'm tempted to just cut that down. I actually like that handle. That's probably one of the coolest handles I've seen in a while. I hate these knobs. So what I'll probably do is try to, and they definitely have either bushings or bearings because they are screwed on. You can't miss it. They don't have anything covering it up. Actually, hang on. Buckle up, hang on. I'm going to go get a screwdriver.
Charlie, you should give me that one orange spool. That orange thing, that orange one right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Is that for?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Javier, you want one of those for Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, where'd you guys go? Get back up here. Javier wants that Zephyr. That Zephyr is a good look. That's probably the main reason I traded Charles for it. That combo looks very good. And it works good. The Zephyr, it's a big reel, but it actually works pretty good. Well, here we go. I didn't really intend to do this right now, but somebody asked, so we're going to do it. Yeah. Look at that. Nasty looking bushing. But it is a bushing. You can put bearings. That's kind of cool. If you guys remember right, I did the Zephyr. The Zephyrs has it's like riveted on, what I call riveted, like it's just pressed, like they put that on. I don't know how they do it exactly, but this is at least bolted on with these bushings, and I think I probably have bearings. But yeah, there's bushings on both ends here. So, which is not bad, because all you have to do, I don't see any other spacers or anything, and you may need to add spacers. Where do you guys go? So, yeah, this, you guys make that out. To get them apart, take it off, you got this. And it definitely will feel way better once I may just go ahead and do that and just fish it to test it. But then, I really hate, because if I do go to sell these, I know a lot of you guys like them with the stock handles and all that kind of stuff, but if it was me, see right there, get the old chainsaw out, called the Dremel tool, and just cut that down, smooth it off. I would definitely, I don't even like these knobs, to tell you the truth, so I'm gonna see if I got an 80 millimeter graphite handle, and I'm gonna switch it out. Here's the thing, I like everything about it. It looks cool. Here's the only thing I don't like. I don't like plastic, cheap looking drag stars. See that? So I'm going to probably take that apart and see what it looks like. I've been waiting for them, if you guys have seen the Daiwa style, shaped just like that, but they've got purple, pink, and one other color. Well, the others are always out. I think they got a pink is all they got in stock. Now, if I intended that, keep it on this rod, the pink one would be all right. But no, I don't want a pink one. That purple one would probably be good, or I would settle just for I don't know, black one, but an actual aluminum. That just looks kind of cheesy in my mind. If that was some kind of cool aluminum, this would actually look like a more expensive. I like, this is okay where it's at, but I don't like just these flat, smooth ones. I think they all should come with something there. I'll probably add something there just to give me a little more grip. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Hope you guys answered your questions. You see that is it advertised it comes with bearings? I'll have to look and maybe do a bearing count. I guess that's what I could do for everybody and myself, tear them apart. Both Zephyr spin and bait cables. Yep, you go ahead. I'm going to stay away from spinning gear myself. Yeah, that's the thing. Brew Tank Outdoors. You send me a link or tell me where I can find one for $60 and I'll buy one to try. But that's another thing. If, not necessarily just for me, but for the channel. Like, I know of a few other deals, going and trying to find deals, but if everybody can't find them and I just go find a deal and like, oh, look what I got, you guys can't get any more. It's kind of like the Cabela's Dig It. That's an awesome little crank, but you can't get them no more. So I've been trying to find a small little bitty, like 1.0 size square bill that I really like to replace it. So yeah, there's no bearing in the knobs. I'm trying to go lightest and throw lightest lures there is. This should be getting you, that's the lightest spool there is, you know, other than aftermarket ones. So if you just want to buy a reel and not have to worry about aftermarket stuff, that should get you there. And like I said, if you're having issues, the little magnet thing is an option. Almost everybody, I don't even know, I have like another, I have a bunch of these. I have some more of these. The other ones look a little old and rusty, but somehow I have a bunch of old magnets. Amazon sells since I have to look it up. Month out for shipping. Huh, that's the norm around here for AliExpress. That thing took a month and a half to get here. What's funny is that thing right here. I ordered this, and I think about a month later, when I thought these should start coming up, so when I started looking at other rods and stuff, I'm like, because I ordered 2 rods and 2 reels within like a day apart, like roughly the same day, basically, one of a morning and of a night or whatever. Anyway, neither one of those 2 rods have shown up. I ordered this about a month after I ordered all that other stuff. I ordered this rod and like 9 others or 10. Well, a couple of them never did ship, so I messaged the people, finally got my money back on those. And then the others have all shipped, and tracking is horrible, doesn't really tell you what's up with them. And a couple of them act like they should be here in the next week. But this one just kind of popped up out of the clear blue. Of course, it's one of the funkiest, cheapest one I ordered, and it's like, oh, I'm already here. In bubble wrap, no box, no tube. So anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. Hopefully those other 3 reels I got from Jim come in, and I'm going to probably just get a feel for those. I don't know if I'll put an actual video out or not on any of that stuff tomorrow. But I still have tons of out fishing. I even did me and Charles raced each other, him and his kayak, you know, with his little trolling motor he got for his kayak, and me and my boat and my trolling motor. So stay tuned to that for that video and see who can outrun who. Noah thinks I ought to start making RC car videos.
Because I'm fast and I'm good.
Yeah. Really. Real modest, though, aren't you?
What do you mean by that?
You don't even know what modest means, do you?
Nope.
You're humble. You don't brag about yourself.
You think I learn in school?
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Noah's getting big now. If you guys go back way back in the channel, that's the grasshopper jumping kid that the grasshopper scared him when I was doing the bonsai, and he's like, he says he's not scared of grasshoppers anymore.
I'm scared of a big old praying mantis. Go to my front door.
Well, yeah.
Anytime you come and get me, there's a big old praying mantis.
I'll jump when any bug lands on me until I know what it is, because I think it's a spider. You feel something on you, like, and then you're like, oh, it's a grasshopper. Oh, it's a whatever. As long as it's not a spider. Or a snake, right? Some of you guys like snakes? I hate snakes. Snakes and spiders, I don't like none of them.
They're saying that they want to see my RC cars.
All right, let's get out of here. They've already seen your RC cars. I've already shown everybody your RC cars.
Fast.
Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. A lot more BFS, general bass fishing. I still got the whole day of the day I caught my personal best largemouth bass. You guys need to watch that video, but it's probably another month away before you guys can see it. I don't want to jump too far ahead of the line on the full videos of fishing. Get out of here. Go bass and bonsai. I'll see you later.